Meaning you won't understand it. We have the rings like a Saturn. This feel like splitting an atom. We've gotten bored with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get to see the Eagles' veteran linebacker. He put up numbers.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Rodgers on the return. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's on his way. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift. They find some open field here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one taken in by Olave. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a toss. Kamara left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 14. That time a 9-play drive. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Carr. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Eagles at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They go play action with Hurts. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. kick it away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field.
But Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
On first down, Carr. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Carr. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Shotgun now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's Hurts to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Carr now on 1st down. Completes it to Perry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. into the red zone. It's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now Carr again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. A point after, good by Groupie. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached... Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass to Brown, he's got it on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half, now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd down, here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up to midfield. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 23 yards to pick up there.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well, think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Rodgers to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Olave holds it in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Carr now to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
a 10th carry for Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through, and they have regained the lead. So they got the turnover, starting with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he returns this to the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you...
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 22. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st down, Carr. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 42.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Paulson to Debo. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On play action, it's Carr.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This is a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down by 6. 2:14 to play. They've got 1 timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
Oh, and a heck
heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just to break down defensively, you've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a touchdown.
Devontae Smith from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And put an extra point up and through. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Philadelphia, they fall a game under 5 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6.